Assalamualaikum and good day to all. Hi, we meet again. Earlier, you guys already learned about an example, previous real-time case study with regards to the back-end computing. For example, project with regards to the image processing, data analytics, text analytics, and also recommendation systems. So now we'll move on to the front-end computing, where we also call it as innovative technologies in computer science. So in this chapter, you will learn about 5 scopes of the study with regards to the front-end computing, which are virtual reality or VR, game-based learning or GBL, gamification, e-learning, and last but not least, artificial intelligence or AI in education. So right now we're going to move on to the multiple complexity with regards to each of the scopes for the front-end computing. So the first one with regards to the virtual reality, when you guys are going to develop the virtual reality based projects or VR based projects, your project must involve the measurements of 3 types of complexity with cater on the scopes of technical implementation, interactivity, and also the content creation. If you guys going to develop a project with regards to GBL, so your project must have the complexity in terms of the game design, learning interactions, and analytics and feedback. What are the analytics and feedback example? We will go through after this, okay? So next, if you guys going to develop a project or FYP with regards to gamification, the scopes or the game or the project complexity will be catered in terms of the design elements, behavioral analytics, integrations, and also personalization. Next, if your jobs or your project scope under e-learning, so it should be able to cater with regards to the content delivery, adaptive learning, and also user engagement. And last but not least, if your front-end project or your FYP project with regards to the AI in the fields of AI in education, so it must have 4 complexities. What are they? It should cater on the algorithm complexity, data integration, user interaction, and also performance metrics. Okay, so now move on to the first one, which is on the VR project itself. So this is actually the explanation for each of the scopes or of the complexity that must be included when you guys, as the FYP degree in computer science, would like to develop a project with regards to VR. The first one under the technical implementation, interactivity, and also content creation. Okay, so now move on to the second examples of the front-end computing project, which is GBL, or stand for game-based learning. So if you guys have an interest, would like to develop a GBL, examples of GBL project, you guys would like to develop GBL for students to learn about history, GBL for students to learn about physics, GBL on mathematics, okay, for students. So all of these scopes of project must cater 3. First one, game design. Second, learning interaction. And third, analytics and feedback scopes. Okay, now move on to the gamification. GBL and gamification is actually 2 different things. So before you guys dive into this project, make sure in the first place you guys know clearly the difference, the difference between GBL and also gamification. GBL more towards the project being developed or proposed, more to cater to improve students' learning. Gamification more focused on the game element itself that being implemented in the development, in the project development. Okay, so what are the scopes when we talk about gamification? We talk about the design element, behavioral analytic, integration, and also personalization. So you guys can read through at the slides to get more details about this. Okay, so now move on to the fourth front-end computing, which are the e-learning. So if you have an interest to develop a project with regards to e-learning, for example, e-learning for students in UiTM, for example, okay? So the scopes of your project must cater content delivery, adaptive learning, and also user engagement with the projects. Okay, so last but not least, with regards to the project, they're going to cater with the AI, specifically AI in education. Okay, so as mentioned earlier, it must cater for scopes or for complexities with regards to the algorithm complexity itself, data integration, user interaction, not only the back end, you also have to develop the front end with regards to the user interaction and also performance metrics. Okay, so now move on to the measurement standards. In order for you to get an A, when you're going to develop a front end computing, either VR, GBL, gamification, AI, or e-learning, okay, so this is actually the standard, the measurement standard, or you can say as a rubric, general rubric, in order for you guys to get a good result in the range of A minus. Okay, so you guys can read through the details about this. Okay, now move on to the measurement standard to get a normal result. For example, in the range of B minus, B, and B plus. Okay, and now move on to the measurement standards. You know, if you guys would like to plan, hopefully you guys are not planning to get a bad result for your FYP. We plan for the better. Okay, plan for the good results. But if in case, what can be said as your project get a bad result or in the range of grade C plus and C, okay, it being highlighted in this slide with regards to the VR, GBL, gamification, e-learning, and also AI in education. Okay, so before I say bye-bye to you guys, actually, in order for you guys to understand better with regards to the front-end computing projects, after this, we also prepared to you a real-life example with regards to the implementation, each and every scope, GBL, gamification, AR, AI, okay, and also e-learning, the real-life example in order for you guys to clearly understand how we're going to implement each of these complexity to help you guys to excel in the FYP. Okay, so hopefully you guys can browse through our next chapter. Okay, read through our examples, and if you guys have any question, feel free to drop it in our Padlet. So thank you, and see you guys on the next topic. Bye bye.